If we can get a couple volleys off before he turns around, that would be great. Jeez. Welcome back, you beautiful people, to episode 10 of Doomworld. So, we don't have a massive issue to start this episode off, but we do have a raid coming in real soon, and we have just got a trade ship passing by, which is a Glitworld trader, which is going to have some wicked tech in it. We've just researched our transport pods. We have inspired creativity on Vincent, and for some reason we've got a mobile caravan, which was moving at the end of last episode, but supposedly Flo has nothing in her inventory, so she can't even drop anything, and she weighs 114 kilos. The most that she can do is 110, so she can't move. Actually, we can go back into the complex and see if we can shift anything off, and I'm not even sure why she's weighing so much, and we can't even really sell anything off. So I think we have to go gear, drop the riot shield, maybe be able to sell that, and hopefully that should free up Flo to be able to get back to the base as quickly as she can. Nope, that doesn't do it. Maybe the rucksack. Okay, no, that rucksack actually makes a massive difference to how much she can carry. But I don't want to sell anything else off, because I quite like the plasma gun. Plasma gun's good. Actually, I think we got a spare heavy rifle back at base. Yeah, we got a heavy rifle and a spare one. Okay, we're just going to go sell plasma gun off. Hopefully she doesn't get ambushed on the way back, but seeing as she's by herself, that should be fine. And got to figure out if we can solve that. Okay, Flo, back to base. I'm not sure what's happened to your weight limit. As far as everything else goes, it is all looking pretty good. We'll just get purple to prioritise healing our wildcat suit, because we don't want that deteriorating outside. Vincent, go call the trader, and the treaty has just arrived. This is going to be so many body parts we can harvest. Oh, what happened there? Okay, cool. Got to the trader in time. You can have the packaged survival meals. You can have the cores. We want everything else. You can have the little scraps that we've got there. You can have the high explosive shells. Basilisk implant is ours. And I think we might go buy a PC. Hopefully Flo can get back in time, because she's moving quite quick, because she's by herself. We can't really afford to sell anything else off, so that'll do. We've only got one bat who is in a mental break, which is a bit of a shame. We have lost 2 colonists last episode, which I believe was Churro and Steinberg. A little bit of a shame. Steinberg was actually really good, so we got them in the sarcophagi. And then we've also got Owen in one of those as well. So once we get the chance, we will be using a mech resurrector serum to try to bring them back to life, which is what we are looking out for at the moment. Okay, and they're also sappers. So I think... So I've got 5 that can fight. If we go out and we try to intercept, and then keep them away from our walls, because if they start tunneling through, it's not that we're going to be in a super bad time, but it is a little bit annoying. Now, one thing we do need to watch out for is we want to take as many of them alive as we can, and our heavy assault rifles can just one-shot yeah, the tribals, so they can blow the body parts off like super quick. So let's see what you are rocking. Persuasive, inefficient, resilient, jogger and restful, artistic and somewhat social, not what we're after, physically sensitive, tortured artist, too smart, body purist, energetic and persuasive. Nope. Tolga, chemical interest, undergrounder, very neurotic, ravenous and sanguine. Right, that sanguine mixed with very neurotic is actually a wicked mix. Ravenous, I'm not too bothered about. Undergrounder is nothing too much. And can do medical, which is something that we do need. Can be trained up to be a miner. And, well, yeah, medical and intellectual. Yeah, you are going to be captured straight away, Tolga. You're one of my favourites. And then we're going to capture the rest of them just so that we can strip them down for, would you call it parts? Is it a bit brutal at that point? But yeah, we're going to go harvest body parts off them as soon as we can because they sell for a decent amount. Unfortunately, not when they're dead. Dead bodies, so we can break down into chem fuel, which is pretty useful. Go back to what you're doing. Okay, shoulder shot off. Already working on Tolga. Tolga bleeds out in an hour. You best get back quick. 1 hour again. Okay, yeah. So I've only got Ibis come in. And yeah, you just have way too much going on there, buddy. So, harvest lung, harvest kidney, harvest heart. Fantastic. And then we're going to go prisoner. And then we're going to go reduce resistance. Does have 66 resistance remaining, so this might take a little while. Gunner, what you up to, mate? 5 resistance, so we're just going to put you straight onto recruit. We'll move those stones because we can start breaking them down pretty quick. Purple and Cornetto's bed, we'll leave that be for the moment. And then we're going to want this on, well, that body on haul urgently, just because we want it out of the way. And then we're also going to go on a sign, and then we're going to turn off forced wear, just so people can start trading in and out of decent armors if we come across them. I don't think we have any Frumbos left on the map. We did have them like last episode, or it might be in the episode before, but it would have been cool if we could get them because, yeah, just basically everything from a Frumbo sells for a lot. Muffalo, so we can wipe out, we can take out the Boomalopes. Ibis died in surgery, and Flo is somewhat close by, and we have a prison break from Gunner. But I mean, it's Gunner by himself, he's not going to get super far. And we kind of do want him because he was going to be our intellectual, so if we can keep him alive, that'd be great. But he is running into a heavy rifle, or we just beat him down in close combat. That'll work as well. We'll just speed that up a little bit. He just got nuked. Prison break. Doors still repaired. Capture. Okay, there is a pristine ruins that has just shown up. But let's figure out where it is. Somewhat close by, and it is on the main road. That could definitely be worth it. You can get some wicked loot from pristine ruins. So we say it has been a day since the attack, just so we err on the side of caution. I think that we can leave basically everyone. Prisoners are going to be fine, which means we can take Squint and Purple. Well, we need to wait for Flo to come back, who's a little while away. So we'd take Vincent, Squint and Flo. We'd run them across. It is on the main road, so like I said, should be nice and quick. And with that, we'll be able to get some crazy good stuff. Might even be able to get a Mech Resurrector Serum from there. Sometimes you just find interesting things. Okay, battle animals have wandered in, and they're joining us. So we've got 2 Night Rams. Not too fast, we can sell them off. That'll be pretty cool. Get some extra stuff for it. Well, extra caps. Okay, we also have a warg trying to attack one of our alpacas, who is close by. Squint is. And it looks like he's going to be dealing with that, yeah. So the alpaca's going to be up to full health, then we'll just cut up the warg, extra food, extra fun stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure why Flo's going so slowly. Like, normally she can move, like, absolutely rapid. So maybe something's happened to one of her legs, maybe she's missing some toes. We'll go check that out nice and soon once she's back. And then if there is any issues, we still have the UAC health dispenser. Caravan has arrived back at headquarters. Waste of time, you couldn't carry anything. No, she's all fine. If we go gear, she's got the hyper weave and she's got the armor. Excellent hawk armor. I don't think we're going to mess with that. That's got good protection, yeah. It's basically the same as the Hellcat armor that we're looking at. Form caravan. Move. Accept. We send our 3 fast boys. Don't need those, they're going to slow us down. And we're not going to take anything else with us. Oh, actually, we got to equip Flo before we do that because we sold off her weapon. And away we go. 1.3 days is the expected time, but we can do it in 0.3 days. And the snow's cleared as well, so that's pretty much perfect. Still minus 21 in here. We're going to drop the temperature again just because we have too many bodies now for us to be able to risk losing anyone. And we'll double check that there is a roof. That should just be overhead mounting there, otherwise it'd be outdoors. Yeah, they're making pretty decent progress. They're now going over some mountains, but as soon as they get back onto that main road, don't know how much the river's going to slow them down. But if we can get in before dark, that's going to be massive. That will give us basically all the night to go around, get what we want, and then just get out. And we are at the pristine ruins. That is going to be not game changing, but definitely going to be able to pick up some very decent kit here. So what we've got a television. That's awesome. We need a television. There's 60 gold laying there. Got some fine meals, a whole bunch of beer. We've got batteries, which is always going to be appreciated. Should I scroll out? A fairly small pristine ruin. It has to be said. Normally there is more kit in them, but I think as a quick snatch and grab job, this isn't the worst thing we could have run into. No point taking any of the meat, that'll all spoil. Or we can overload the caravan a little bit, and then we just go straight to the UAC base on the way back, then drop everything off. So we'll take these 3, run them down to here. Didn't get anything there. Squint blast open that door. What we got? Okay, that's more like it. 2 hospital beds. Still operating table. No thank you. And this might in the back here, if we're lucky, be like a medical storeroom. Yep. So we've got some vital monitors and some more steel beds. And a flat screen TV. Yeah, all of a sudden this is now super worth it. And what we're going to do is we'll go to stockpile. We'll put stockpile here. I'll have Vincent and Flo running around doing that stuff, and I'll stay with Squint and see what more we can rustle up whilst we're here. We'll need to keep an eye that some of the other people in this area don't start trying to loot our kit from the store zone. And I think this is probably everything we're going to be able to take, really. We haven't got much in the way of carrying capacity at the moment, which is odd because we used to be able to carry a lot more, but you know, it's maybe one of the mods has been updated to make it a bit more balanced. I'm not going to say it's unbalanced, but it wasn't exactly balanced in the first place. Compact steel. And even more Nutrimine. Fantastic, that's all quality right here. And it looks like this has been built into the wall as well, so if we go in, shoot that, and then I think we'll take this TV, might as well, and the batteries, I'm going to claim and take. Sometimes the batteries are really heavy, and sometimes they're pretty light, so we're just going to need to see what sort we're getting, because sometimes they're 2 kilos, and then the other times I think they have 20 odd kilos. How much do you guys want to weigh? 20 kilos on those. Okay, 20's fine. Cool, you're off draft. You can do what you want for a little bit. If we had some more miners, we'd just be able to strip this map of all of this steel. This is where once you start getting, I wouldn't call them spaceships, but then they're not airplanes, but like the RST planes. Once you get those, you can literally just keep dropping your guys in and picking stuff up and just like do like a rolling strip of this place. We've got 4 times speed, nothing's going to be happening back at base, and it's just going to be more important about getting all of this stuff together so that once we go to move out, we can just pick it all up. We'll expand the size of this just a tad. There we go. Cool. Sandstone. No. None of that's really anything that we want. Probably won't end up taking the batteries. And that will do. It's 12 o'clock now. We've got to move. This place here is on the way, so we can always stop there, sell off any junk that we don't want. Nutrimine, we can take all 700 of that. Cloth, ambrosia, like an antibiotic before you get an infection. Take the plasteel. Okay, we're at half weight. Things that we do want. We want that big TV. That's only 8 kilos. Vital monitor. That would be nice, but it is 20 kilos, so we'll take one of those. Steel hospital bed would be good, but a little bit on the heavy side. We'll take the tube TV. Oh, actually, that's excellent. We'll take an excellent bed. And then maybe start putting the hospital beds into our little prison. I think that could be quite good. Help keep people alive for a little bit longer. Life expectancy in there is not too great. And we'll take the other high-tech research bench. So we should be able to get back to the base fairly quick. We'll get one more of those. Oh, I seem to remember seeing some gold as well. Have we picked the gold up? Again, that's the silver and the gold. Cool. That will do. And now they're just going to pick everything up. That's why we stockpiled it. And we're gone. Which is cool. It is becoming dark at the moment. But yeah, we're going to be able to sell the stuff off. Not a big problem. And then maybe get back to base tonight. We liked Jupiter, didn't we? Yeah, psychopath, common and energetic. And can do medical. When she's not actually doing her job, she's not going to be super useful. But we can always make her do other things that we need doing in the meantime. Whilst we're here, we're going to get the Sleever trait releaser and sell off most of the Nutriamine, because we're not going to be able to use it for a while, so we might as well shift it. Sell half of that off, I guess. And that makes us a little bit of money, plus an extra recruit, and then a bunch of good stuff that we want anyway. So yeah, that was a very successful little quick snatch and a grab job we done there. And we also have raid imminent. Void will raid you within the upcoming 12 hours. It looks like they want to use sappers to tunnel around your defences. Amazing. Love it when Void shows up. So Thinking with Void, we might just get everyone, see if everyone's okay, and just get everyone to hunker down back here. Then they can come in and they can basically steal what they want. I don't think there's too much that we have that if we get stolen is going to be a massive issue. But what we do run into the issue of is if they kill our guys, we won't be able to hold. So we're back up to 8, which isn't exactly like a crazy amount. Our guys are a bit quicker because of the speed suit and their armors. Actually, that's being said, let's drop that Wildcat off. And Wombat, actually Cornetto, you take the Wildcat armor because that increases your speed a bit. And Cornetto's not exactly our fastest colonist. So the armor value is not quite as good, but it has better perks. And then once she's got that on, I think we just get everyone to go and hide. It's a fight we can't win at the moment. Just Void is super duper powerful, like crazy powerful. So we still got 1 spare helmet, I believe, yep, and then 1 spare suit of armor. So Jupiter's going to be able to gear up, get a decent weapon, get some decent armor, and then be able to get onto the job. And then we've also got a spare research bench that we can chuck in as well. So now we're going to have 2 researchers. And I think having a bunch of researchers is going to be a good thing because, well, we got a whole load of research to do. So it's hour 3 now. It's around midnight once we got the warning. The warning says within 12 hours. It doesn't say directly 12 hours. Don't want to go up to 3 times speed right now, just in case. I don't think we're going to get an early warning. Go and hide in our little storeroom. Make a makeshift gun line and go. Because if they say 12 hours and you get up to 12 hours and there's no raid, then it basically doubles every hour until that point, or the likelihood of it happening. So, my mind, we just hide away for a little bit, not lose anyone. We lose what, like 6 hours work? We might lose like a couple animals. I can live with that, they'll just get turned into food. Everyone else, same again, draft, and we all hide in here. Because we do have a decent amount of firepower that we can put down. So if anything does come in, it's just going to get nuked if it gets funneled through that door. And Void is dropping straight on top of us. Literally straight on top of all of my guys. Cool. I guess we hold in the research room then. And everyone run. Okay, so what do we have between us? We got a couple doors, but they're wooden, so Void's going to be able to hack through those super quick. And let's see what he has spawned in for us to play with. Okay, yeah, and this is normal speed. That wasn't 3 times speed. And he has, what, the mag rifle? Yeah, dust mag. Which is the one that does... Wrong screen. 80 damage, 8 shot burst, 82% armor penetration. So if he runs off somewhere else, that'll be fine. They killed a night ram. Maybe they'll go and kill a bunch of my other things. But if they run onto the heavy rifles, we might have a bit more of a chance. Jupiter, this is your moment. Stand in the front. Okay, ground runner's dead. They've been with us for a while. Killing the alpaca, killed the buffaloes. They're all things that we can lose. They're not big deals. They just get turned into food later. Shame we couldn't sell them because we would have been able to make money off it. But right now I'd rather have the guys alive. And then we're about to have a prison break. And we're about to have a prison break. They are going after the overwall coolers. Yeah, they're just going around smashing things up, which is okay. Okay, it looks like they decided to go after Gunner, maybe kidnap him and then leave. That would be great. And they're running off somewhere. Are they done? Nope. Still just being a massive nuisance. You're not doing crazy amount of damage. Being annoying for sure. But there's not much we can do. If we go outside to fight them, we're dead. Because they'll just close the distance. Yeah, really not too sure at the moment. I'd like to be doing something instead of hiding in the corner. But I think right now that's probably the best place for us. They haven't looted anything, they haven't stolen anything. They've killed most of the animals off. But we were just going to sell them anyway. And they just keep hitting things and then stopping. So let's have a little look at Philly's armor set. So 162% sharp. Yeah, we got nothing that can get through that. So that's not a thing. And then they have a speed suit. So they move 4 times quicker with 400% global work speed. Yeah, psychic sensitivity minus 100. Toxin minus 100. We open any of those doors and they decide to come at us, they are just going to close in and gun us apart. We might be able to deal with 1, we might be able to deal with 2, but not all of them and not their big spider either. So we wait. Say here. They'll give us a good line of fire. Jupiter's in front, that's our most expendable. Okay, Philly took an absolute kick in there. Raymond, nope, still just being a nuisance. So we got 1 down. That's cool. Void has decided to steal what you can and flee. And what you got? You just pick this stuff up off Tess. Let's go for Raymond. Or Raymond. If we can get a couple volleys off before he turns around, that would be great. Jeez. Just done purple like that. It wasn't even a fight, I feel bad. Cool. We'll allow everything. Unforbid all. Allow selection, that means we're going to repair stuff. And maybe we can rescue Tolga before it's too late. Anyone dying? Other than purple, obviously. Bleeding out in 10 hours. Okay. Can deal with that. We've got fires here. Yeah, looks like we moved out at just about the right time. And I might have underestimated our ability to deal with Void. If I knew we could have done that, we should have gone out earlier. And just like, we should have just daka, and he would have been done. 3 times speed, so all the fires get dealt with nice and quick. Hopefully, before they spread too much. Any of you guys going to deal with it? Okay, Patrick, you're up. Jupiter seems to be doing alright. And what have you decided to wear, Jupiter? Oh, awesome, Vincent, you made a masterwork wooden bed. To be fair, that's pretty decent. Wombat's on a daze. Purple's incapacitated but not dead. We'll drop the heavy assault rifle. Jupiter, you can have that. Alpaca has developed an illness, infection in her body. You guys, unfortunately, right now, you're not my top priority, so we are going to slaughter you. We're also going to install that in there. And also put in the steel hospital beds. Put in the TV in the rec room. We'll put it there so they can watch TV whilst eating. And then if we take that little rubbishy TV, wherever that is, and we can put that into the hospital, and that'll keep a few more people happy. Sweet, that's not too bad. That worked out quite nicely. New quest has become available. It's called Desperado Encampment. We get Mechanoid Component, I like that. Lindsay, Prime Chancellor of Hippodas, has sent a message. Apparently ferals based in a nearby camp have been raiding our caravans. The camp is controlled by the Seekers. Lindsay is asking us to destroy the camp, which means eliminating all enemies and turrets. Lindsay says there's a bandit camp at the site guarded by 8 ferals. That could be something worth looking into. So we're going to take up the Desperado encampment, well, except for the mechanoid component, and then we are going to jump to the bandit camp. Yeah, that is way too far away. Not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. And what we also need to do is go into work, and then we need to find Jupiter, and you are going to be on research. You'll put clean on 2, and you do have decent warden, so whilst the others are away you can do that. And then also doctor on 1. Oh, actually need to put patient on 1 as well. Cool. So that is going to be alright. Unfortunately we can't strip the parts off Void, and we still have the amazing power outage that Void so loves to drop upon us. I think that is the worst part of fighting Void, is the power outage. If it wasn't for that, once you dealt with the attack then it's fine. But without having any power, especially when you start getting late game and you start trying to heal people up, you can run into not massive issues, but it does make it more likely to lose a colonist. And as you saw from that dust mag, that thing just wrecks. That dropped purple like in less than a burst. It was like 2 shots and then purple dropped. Not really something that you can fight against. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take Jupiter, and then what we do is we use the trait releaser, remove a trait, and we are going to remove Greedy, which is like the most important one, and then Gourmand, because they can go off on like a food binge at like pretty much any time. Patrick, do you have any bad traits? Yep, you got Feeble, and we want you to be big and strong. So we're going to get Patrick in and then release his trait of Feeble. And so Patrick should be pretty awesome. Now that is out of charges, but we can go and sell it off, but now it has the Feeble trait releaser. So you can go give someone Feeble as a trait if you wanted. I don't know why you would want to give someone Feeble, but I'm sure there is a setup where it seems like a good idea. Not that I've found it yet. I don't know, maybe put it on a doctor or something, so if they get into a fight they go down super quick, and then if they go down super quick then you don't have to worry about losing them. Cool. 2 high-tech research benches. Power's back on, and then we're just going to allow everything along here. And along there. I think that's fairly safe to say that we're in a situation where we've recovered. Everything seems to be back up. So we've done alright this episode. We've got a bunch of body parts. We've got a new recruit joining. Gunner did die unfortunately, but we also have Jupiter join us. Purple is going to take a very long time to heal up. We got a bunch more fancy hospital stuff. We got some TVs. Lost a bunch of animals, and another alpaca died. But we learned something very important, which is we can fight Void. So long as he's in small numbers and we can get the drop and isolate him, we can pick Void apart. So all of a sudden Void is not going to be nearly as scary, and then next time Void drops we will be ready, and hopefully we can take someone prisoner, and that would be huge. Even if we recruit them, that would be amazing because they're just super crazy overpowered and amazing at pretty much everything. Or we just take all the bionics off them, and we have a mech cluster coming in, which is actually super good. So what they got a toxic spewer, which is fine because our helmets give us minus 100% to toxic sensitivity or toxicity, so we can run around absolutely fine. The only things that are going to be affected are our plants and our animals. And with that, I think that's a good time to wrap up the episode. I've been Konzi, and I'll catch you on the next one.